All right. Whoa. Are we live? I think we're live. All right, everyone. We are live. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. Peter A. DeLuca here, aka Pad, sometimes aka Pad 69. Hey, I just came back from Disney. Total COVID experience. People are lying to you. They don't tell you that COVID completely kills the escapism of Disney. All the regulations, Florida's not even locked down, but Disney essentially is. It's really borderline fun. It's nothing crazy, but let's just hit these comments, see who's watching, see who's coming in. But anyway, we're doing that. I essentially had to rush back to do work. UZI SUZI, that's my mini comic. Off to the presses again. Uh, skate decks. I'm so expecting my skate decks for Trial by Fire. That is this wonderful project here. Now we're nearing 21 days left of Trial by Fire, and I don't feel like I promoted it at all. I don't think I promoted enough of the work, enough of the material. If I have to, I'll pull the campaign and relaunch it with a better trailer and all these other things. It's not a big deal to me because I was expecting hiccups and slowdowns and all these other things that comes with running your own campaign. But even the Uzi Suzy stuff taught me a large amount. There's so much stuff because I wanted both of them to ship fully branded. I wanted them themselves to be this amazing experience. Meaning when you're unboxing them, when you're ripping the tape, every piece of it is thought out and branded, and I was not going to really compromise on any bit of that. I'll compromise down the road with other things, but not the overall experience. And hey, for everyone out there right here, find me on TikTok, aka Pad. TikTok is blowing up. One of my videos right here, it has it's almost got 15,000 views. So we're maybe 12,000, but it's kicking butt. It's got 2,200 likes, 91 comments. It's just one of my sketchbooks, and it's from this sketchbook right here, Project Turtle Ninja Mutant Teenagers. I will be working out of this tonight. This is where I do one. I'm basically, let me just put my phone down. I'm essentially doing all of the 1990 Playmates action figures in alphabetical order, year by year, and just make my way through 'em. And I'm filling up the sketchbook, and all the sketchbooks I do are fully, they're as branded and as designed as everything else that I do. Meaning that they have a context page. They're set up much like a real book. They have a title page. They have inside artwork. They have credits. They have a context. All of that stuff. So because I went there, yeah, I don't know. I just want to get into it. I would like to, just have a little bit more mojo for my sketchbooks. And speaking of branded experiences, we have Divine right here. This is coming up on Wildstorm Wednesday. We will be doing Jim Lee's Volume 1 of Divine Right. Now, there's two volumes of this. This is the only volume that's all Jim Lee artwork, or at best that we can decipher all Jim Lee artwork. It kind of does a little bit of this, like kind of a little bit of this by volume two. Uh, volume two is unique. It's very interesting on its own, but yeah, we're going to be doing a discussion, flip through, review of this awesomeness. So let's get started. We got a lot of work to do. Like I said, coming back from not real vacation. It was like a work vacation, but I did manage to make my way to Tampa for the Super Bowl and got to party with the youngsters, and that was one heck of an experience. Shout out to TB12 bringing another title to his hand. Amazing. It was a really nice game to watch. I just love when some of these games unfold and it just completely obliterates the commentary going into the game because I was saying that the NFL gods will they will come and strike you down if you insist that something's going to be a shootout. It's yeah, I don't know. I love it. So Anyway, too, also, a comment on the volume. I'm doing the volume off of my camera here only because my snowball doesn't, I don't know, StreamYard is not picking up my snowball at all. So instead of going back and forth with that, I decided to troubleshoot that later. We're going to start off drawing 1991's Dirtbag. I got two of these I have to color. I'll have three by the time I'm done Dirtbag before I hit Ground Chuck. I would like to hit Ground Chuck tonight because it opens me up for King Lionheart, Raza. Yeah, I say Raza. People always say Razor, but I say Raza. And then we'll have Tattoo and Toka. Then it's really going to be a stretch for 91. 92, again, like the line was dwindling, dying off. So the original characters were just a little bit more sparse. And then we have the insanely expensive uh, hotspot here, and then we'll have the insanely expensive scratch. So we'll go and wrap it up with Super Shredder, the Chef Warrior, the exclusive, and then the Krang Android body because that also was a figure. And then I got working Rat King. I forgot Rat King. Idiot me for getting Rat King. And then we're gonna be doing trading card art. We jump into some comic book artwork. Anyone that wants to join, just send me an invite. Hopefully, I can figure out how that works because I'm still learning StreamYard and it takes time. But hey, if you're out there, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. So for tonight's claw, I got two left. So hopefully I'll cut through them. Now, when it comes to Trial by Fire, I just got in some hologram stickers. So maybe I should here. Let's just do some of this here. Nice Aerosmith, the ride mug. The Aerosmith coaster throughout the years has become my absolute favorite Disney ride experience walkthrough. I love the line for Aerosmith. So for TBF, included with every single package, will be my updated stickers. These are holograms, okay? They say it's Caesar's logo, and they say Caesar Communications Corporation. And part of the joke and the gag and the side story for that is that everything Caesar does, he has his logo on it. So, and the branding and the vision behind Trial by Fire is as if Caesar, the catalyst of all of this, created his own comic as like a PR thing. So it's technically a comic book, but it's also a comic book made by a fictional character. I know that's a little meta for all of you. But hey, cheers. Let's get to work. And really, everyone, thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. I love it so much. But yeah, doing dirt dirt bag here. He's he's a rat from the chart. I'm not sure what I was trying to dig up, just going through like some of the Amazon offerings on Amazon Prime. I was trying to identify what episode he was in from the original series. And I don't really know. I'm not 100%. So I can't tell you. And I'm sure a lot of you out there already know. Like the true TMNT diehards. So part of my art direction for this too is that I want everything to be like gnarly, gritty, like super adult looking. That doesn't mean like violence and nudity. It just means that it's just more aggressive. And the reason for that is because I really haven't seen much of these characters portrayed that way. And it took me years to come around to really figure out a way to complete this because all my other attempts were just complete failures. I didn't get more than 5 or 6 guys deep. I did that twice before going through attacking the sketchbook successfully. Yeah, excuse my arm coughing. Jeez, my arm just looks freckled AF. Now looking good. I usually shave my arms too because I hate seeing my arms on camera. I hate seeing all the hairs. I just think it's totally disgusting. But we but that's my personal issue. Yeah, but hey everyone, happy Monday, happy post Super Bowl. I know a lot of you were tired, you were up all night. Happy WandaVision. I kind of gave up on WandaVision, if I'm going to be perfectly straight, because I'm not into that hook because it can still only be a few things, and everyone's kind of acting like it's a big mystery, and I don't see where the mystery is coming from for WandaVision. I think it's just kind of people just overhyping it and just making it up. Hey, Skull Diamond, what's up, dude? Hey, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I know this was impromptu. I usually kind of have a little bit of promo leading into it, and I was just literally spending all day getting one of the books off to the printer, and like I was almost just like fatigued from being on the laptop, and I had to do something active. I was going to wait till next week to re-begin Monday Night Draw and Call, but I said, whatever. So we're doing it now, and right now we're doing Dirtbag from the TMNT Playmates line. He's right here, and the the thing I absolutely love, other than him being a giant jack like rat, I guess, or mouse. I guess he's a rat because he does have a thicker rat tail. Is the purple gear? I absolutely love the bright colors of the '90s Turtle series. Never to be retouched again, just as a line, other than like NECA kind of recreating that look, and that clearly doesn't really count. Yeah, and I'm just going to be doing as much as I can tonight because I just feel like drawing. I also got to do a TB12 tribute piece. Look, my bandana's not even looking that good. I'm just like a mess right now. Don't mind my door because I absolutely hate that my door is in frame from this angle. Absolutely hate it. But those I don't mind those shirts that are behind my head because those shirts are shirts that I designed. And right below them is my archive because I do my best to keep up with all my things that have come out. But even today, it was really like two big must dos. One was the Try by Fire skate deck. I really had to solidify that, and I've been back and forth with the samples for that a while now. It's just taken a lot of time, and just print files for one of the books. But I'm just so happy. I'm so pumped about UZI SUZI because I just really think it's a mini comic for like the ages, and I'm so grateful for some of the people that inspired that because I always give credit where I believe credit's due, and sometimes along the way, like you do forget, you do forget credit. Yeah, yeah, it's like stress is definitely a part of just like all of this. Just it's so much a part of the daily grind. It's so much a part of the day to day mindset because like I was telling myself, like just leading like coming into this, it was just kind of like wait till next week. You're not ready. You're not this. And I kind of had to remind myself that I spent like almost like 2 years on like doing IG live streams regularly. Like, probably did easily over 100 of those within 2 years. So that's almost like 1 week. And I just had to remind myself that I kind of I gave myself my own tutelage and my own training so I can kind of go live and draw and be communicative relatively easy without thought. And holy crap, like still that Yoda was right, dude. Like fear is the mind killer. And if there's anything you take away from those movies, it's some of the philosophy that's in Star Wars because it does ring true often and sometimes too often. But I do appreciate the work. I can't wait to see the cover. I'm so excited for it. You got space allocated. I believe all of the. I might have one spot wide open for someone, but essentially all of the pin-up pages for TBF are allocated by all people that I absolutely love. But I was just saying, Try by Fire is kind of in a tough spot now. It really needs a push, and that's really my fault because I don't think I was ready for the full like promo and production part of all of that. But I'm going to do a big run because we're down to like the last 20 days of TBF. So I think I need $1,300 more, and then I can bring that baby to print. And then everything else around it will be done other than polishing off some of the books. But UZI SUZI also was a good indicator for me because, like, not indicator, like test for me to understand exactly everything that was going into the book because, I thought I thought some of the printers and the sampling would happen a little bit quicker, and it pretty much hasn't. So, again, lessons learned, but you got to keep going. You just got to say the hell with it because it's better. It's so much better to have a setback on that level than have a setback in not getting things done. But yeah, you could take a backseat and just say, Pete, don't like don't shine the turd, Pete. Ground Chuck here is just the one dude I am dying to draw just because he's part cable. He's like part cyborg. It's so wild. Yeah, 91 really was like the last of the wild Playmate action figures. Like I've really, as the years marched on, the Playmate Turtles have become the best toy line in my eyes. Oh man. Okay. Let's get back to this. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna do as much as we can because it's just kind of we want to stay busy. And I just felt my butt just getting effing like just tired today. I was just like I can't. I just can't spend any more time looking at the effing laptop. And my work email didn't populate on my phone all day because it wanted a password update. So, which I realized, and honestly, I just thought, I was a little naive. I just kind of was thinking slow news day, and someone called me about something tomorrow, and I really had no idea, like no idea what, like kind of what was happening, but yeah, I cleared it up though. Sometimes you just gotta like just ask like explicitly, like what are we doing? Like who's going to be there? Like take it from the top. take it from the top. We're gonna give his he's got this tank top on. It's gonna be almost like a utility tank top. So we're gonna give all these cool ribs here. And this one we gotta mark this one, people. We remember we mark our Sharpies here so we keep track of which ones are about to go. And this one's tip is just the background. I'll put see we tag them like this, and that's how we know. Pro tip for you. Yeah, so for the AKA Pads Audio Audacity, I am because I think I've done a good job documenting so much of Star Wars, and yeah, if you kind of like you have to consider Galaxy's Edge a part of the Star Wars like brand and overall conversation because I would say just from the hopes and dreams that Disney had around that theme park and what they were anticipating that like some of the reaction would be, and it really is deeply linked to the movies, and because like the movies really didn't resonate from Force Awakens on, and people always give excuses. They're like, oh well, some of it worked, some of it didn't. I don't know. I really, even to this day, I'm not sure I understand some of the stuff that was even working in Last Jedi outside of challenging some of the ideas and some of the status quo. But between Last Jedi and Force Awakens, those challenges, those ideas had to see themselves through. And Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker didn't see through these ideas. It just didn't. And I think that's a part of the bigger conversation when it comes to Rise of Skywalker that people miss. I just believe they don't have the grip on some of the repercussions of some of those story choices. Because I can't say like I never thought they would back off some of the characters and kind of do some of the things they did. And I don't want to be hyperbolic and kind of say that they destroyed characters because that's what everyone says. But at the same time, it doesn't surprise me because they gave Indiana Jones a son. So when it comes to things like sacred cows, what to touch and what not to touch, when you give Indiana Jones a son, you're essentially backing away from the ideas that we feel like it occupied the character. Like you're almost like betraying the people that made this investment into Indiana Jones, and kind of telling them they were wrong. And this is this is the way it's done, and that's almost why you don't mess with things after a certain point. Like when you know why something's sticking and how, you kind of have to just see it through and accept that that's a part of the character definition. Period. When it comes to Indiana Jones, it's the same as like James Bond. Like James Bond, kind of ageless, never ages, never dies, doesn't have a wife, doesn't have a kid, and we accept these truths as a character, and it helps make them more episodic because the more you kind of build like a universe, like you're eventually going to contradict yourself, and I don't know, like you're just gonna have to back away from it. you're gonna have to force a way to tell these other stories, and that's clearly what they did with Indiana Jones. Looks like that's what they're about to do with James Bond, and that's a lot of what happened with Rise of Skywalker. They betrayed themselves, and because of it, got into a big story like problem, like issue. But that's why you create your own stuff, so that you don't have other people to tell you no. Yeah, and I wish for some of these I had so much more space because for this guy, I just want to draw him like giant, jacked, and just like completely full size. Just have fun with all of the insane textures that this dude has, and he's got these really cool like workout gloves. So let's see here. I may have to indicate some of that. This marker, this Sharpie's about to go too. So we're going to do like these folds that kind of wrap around the finger. There we go. Since they're red, we can do some nice shading on them. Nothing but texture. That's so much of the philosophy behind this sketchbook here. Yeah, I just want like crazy texture, crazy grit on like everything, on everything. We're finishing this. We're clearing out some calls here, people. We're just gonna put that on my little stool behind my table to give ourselves a little bit more room. And tonight, I'm hoping to end tonight by sitting down, doing nothing but computer work again, because I have plenty of coloring. I got, I guess we can say one proposal to get out. Uh, maybe like once a year, and I guess I'm already due for it. I will get an animation project queued up. I do that. Also from a friend of mine, but yeah, it's paid. It's contracted, so I guess do the specs for that. But that's it. Like rocking and rolling, everyone. This marker is about to die. do some nice hairs. Yeah, because always I love when people illustrate rat creatures with like super fine hair. I just think it helps to make them look so creepy. I mean, could you imagine this guy in like the Michael Bay versions? Oh my god, he would be. Yeah, because even Splinter was like a little bit creepy looking. I back those movies so much, so I don't know why people have so much beef with them. Especially that second one. That second one delivered every single character like people would want to see. They wanted to see Bebop, Rocksteady. They wanted to see the pre-fly Baxter Stockman. Like all of these things were just like right there. Find Krang, Krang's from another dimension. I don't know, man. Like I just the reaction from that movie too just really proves there's just no pleasing people. Like their expectations just kill everything. It's just so much better not to have any expectations at all. You know, just sit down, do a brain dump, and that's it. Like you know, like you're not entitled to even be a critic. Like you're entitled to pay for something and enjoy it. And I just that's the other thing too, because movies. I guess what was film industry, the tickets just so expensive. Like, how do you not go in and just at least expect to enjoy something? So everyone goes in, and it's like you know they all think they're a film critic, and they have to be a film critic. That's the funny thing. So you don't have to be anything. And there's just going to be dirt entirely all over this page here. Let's see about get a like a work call. Like next time I was last week, I was live streaming. We had a dual stream with Ichthy Five, my boy, total excellence. And yeah, we were like almost like I guess we were hitting hour two. I was working on the back cover for UZI SUZI one, and like knowing free well that the next print samples I was submitting were going to be almost like final artwork, everything. Because I'll do print samples of some of my books along the way, just to get a feeling of yeah, like really what it feels like in your hand and how you know some of the flip works. Because I'm very cognizant of you know where the pages are within the book because that's part of the experience too. I think a lot of people just ignore that. You know, other publishers. But when you're your own publisher, you can, yeah, focus. That could be one of your focus points. But yeah, and yeah, we were kind of. I was getting ready to do some TBF work, and I got a freaking phone call. And at the end of the day, it didn't turn out to be much of a real phone call. You know, like it was just kind of something that really should have waited until morning because I kind of, you know, I do lay it down sometimes when I get these nighttime phone calls. I don't always respond. All right, so this one's just about done now. Let's add some solid blacks here at least. And I keep trying every month that rolls by. I tell myself to finish this sketchbook, and I don't know where the hell. I mean, we're already what, 8 days into February. Like I don't even know where this month even went. So we have Chrome here, Anthrax, Wingnut. He was wrapped up 90. So for 91, we don't have anyone fully complete. Anthrax, Chrome, then we'll have Third Rat. So let's crack right here. We got our Sharpie, our medium Sharpies. Looking good, feeling good, Todd. Everyone, try Red Fire. Point and you go. Check it out. Oh. Do some hair, like fingers and stuff. And there's a lot of these that I just like a lot of parts of these sketches in here. I really want to look rough and just like loose. Here we go. We'll do some. We'll pull down some sweet lines here to show the bottom, the fingers. Remember too, the big draw for drawing someone like this guy is just the complementary colors of purple and gray. Just really cool stuff. Really ballsy. I guess like even here, like I'm not sure. I guess I will have to just do it, but I think I drew his thumbs originally on the wrong side of the hand, which is something I commonly do. Like I will mix match, like my inside toes and my outside toes. I did that for one of the UZI SUZI pages. Now she's got almost like double feet, and You just kind of say like the hell with it. I'll make some of this black too, just to break up what would be the big color block. Like always be conscious. That's why it's good to have art direction when you like give yourself your own art direction, just so you can figure out what your solutions are along the way. You have some of them already thought out. And I said before, I wanted to use the bright colors, but I can't. Like, I also don't want to make them dominant. So, and this is, I thought I would be done this by now. This guy here is taking me a little bit too long. And I know when these are taking me too long, when I shift between marker sizes. But it's been a little bit since I did one that had like a lot of bleed. And the one trick I do for when some of my drawings bleed a lot through the next page, like I'll just white out the page that they bleed out on. Now, the details of his jackhammer are a little bit of a mystery based on my guide. So that's also another reason why we're being a little bit loosey goosey with the jackhammer details. But we're going to give him the dangling power cord because dangling power cords are one of the coolest things you can add to your drawing. The other bridges here. Then we're gonna come back and hit it with the medium. We're just gonna like whack it with some more lines, more detail, because that's the fun. Look, I'll always say drawing is stressful, but if you don't look forward and kind of embrace those like epiphany euphoric moments as you're drawing something, when the impossible becomes the possible, when things really start coming together, uh, you really shouldn't pursue drawing. You really should, because you gotta accept the bad with the good. Um, I think we're looking pretty good. I hate what is happening with these markers tonight. And I always do these like somewhat graffiti like lettering for the names here. Like I'll stack the letters. 91, right? 91. We always add the year. See, like we do that just to kind of make it like really, we want that high energy with these drawings. And then just kind of like hit it with these, with the side of the medium or the large, the fine point. As I said, I wanted this to be all just making it. I just wanted it to look like it's just dirt. Like whatever he's doing is just picking up everywhere. So when I color him with the Crayola markers, I always hit the drawing with some white out. So so that'll add just like another layer of debris it'll just make it look cool. Here we go. Dude, and even these, like you have to black out a little when you do your debris because you want the clusters to look as random as possible. Like sometimes I'll like close my eyes so I can kind of group it together a certain way so it looks a little bit more natural, less less fabricated. And here I want a lot of those like little speckles like throughout the entire drawing. I just don't want like I don't think sometimes you can really have enough. Don't forget, follow me on TikTok, aka your aka daddy is here trying to change the world one drawing at a time. I mean, you can't beat that, can you? Get that going a little bit. Yeah, when I'm done ground chalk, that might be like the end of the characters I was really looking forward in drawing. What do you guys think? Too good? Too bad? Indifferent? So that's it for the black and white for Dirtbag. And here, so ain't Thrax, right? We have to emphasize the A and T. He's like all black. So that like coloring him is such a problem. But we can probably add some cool purple. I might just make his weapons. Like we can't see this. I might just make his weapons and his mask all the same color. Like maybe some yellow for his gold chest plate here, and kind of call it a day. Because I don't know what to do about the black for his character. Because I'm not going to use blue. I don't think using like a gunmetal gray. Even though like Crayola has two nice gray colors or tones. Yeah, I don't think any of that stuff would work. So we'll just kind of dodge it. And we'll just say we did it. Yeah. But even his little antlers here, or his claws, he's got like nose claws out. I don't know what nose sensors. It's a delicate. It's some delicate terminology. I'm sure the action figure describes it too, because that's why it's fun to read card backs because you do learn stuff. I mean, you would learn entire military terminology off of like the back of the GI Joe card backs. Yeah, I mean, like really kind of not a lot of room here for color. Not a lot of room at all. And I'll always just add extra speckle chunks and shading with the colors. Just cause again, it looks cool. Always back the methods to make something look cool. Yeah, I mean, this dude just doesn't want to cooperate with the rest of the sketchbook color wise. Pull that in there. Oh, I'm not even. What's a? Do I have to look that up? I'm not even sure what's a Robolox character. I don't even know. I guess I gotta look that up. I'll look it up. Robolox. Is it obscure or am I just showing my age? Let's see. Robolox. LOX. Hmm. I'm not getting many. Let's see here. Images. Oh, these guys. Okay, I've seen these guys. Like right here, right? Like I never knew what these were from. I mean, really, they seem wow. They're just like Lego guys. Very simple though. Well, everything's kind of like that. The Fortnite, like almost like mashing costumes together. Interesting. Well, right now we are drawing turtles. We're doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. and this is Anthrax. One of the villains, one of the bad guys. And let's be honest, yeah, we're usually always interested in the villains. Here we go. Well, hey, look. Here's I would draw anything you want, but it's look. A lot of it is time, and I got two books right now going to press, and what that kind of means is that like a lot of the bulk work is done for those books, but time wise, I have to pick up the next issues. So I got like essentially two issue twos to get to. But if you want to reach out to me, you can DM me on any of the social media platforms. And a lot of the links are available through the stream. And maybe we can, hit me up and hopefully we can work something out. Okay. Because, I don't want to say no to you, but at the same time is a huge factor when it comes to my drawing time or my drawing window, I'll say, not drawing time. So this is sad. Like we're almost done Anthrax here. Yeah, and you can always find me on any of the social media networks as AKA Pad or AKA Pad 69. But I used to have a Fiverr account, and I used to do likenesses on there all the time. And that was back in the early days of Fiverr. Like you could get one for like $5. Like now I would probably charge 75 to like 115. I'm just checking my phone, people, real quick. And then we have Chrome Dome, also King Butt. So I guess we're gonna crack open White Claw number two. White Claw number two, rocking and rolling right here. Look, this is the only live stream, the only channel we do it all here. And part of doing it all, I mean, we have a good time, we talk. Wow, total excellence in the house. Hey, I was going to reach out to you, dude. I was going to reach out to you as to be a little spontaneous, but I don't know. I was in such a funk with the laptop today. I had so many issues with one of the print files. I was almost like burned out just by looking at my computer screen, and I just wanted to like just do it. So next week, I want to do the total excellence, aka pad combo again for sure for Monday night claw and draw. Over here, yeah, it's Chrome Dome. So we're making our way through the turtles here. So we got the let's do a little catch up. We have the 91 line here. So the 91 line, we're going alphabetically. We're doing all the original characters. So the turtles are only in like the first year, okay, the 88. So I'm not just doing like all the infinite versions of Leonardo and stuff like that. We did the turtles, we knocked them out. Now the rest of the sketchbook will just be the original characters. But we were drawing Dirt Rat here. Dirtbag, I'm sorry, Dirtbag, not Dirt Rat. And then the next bad boy is going to be Ground Chuck. And Ground Chuck, oh my god, dude, it's like a Red Bull cable, like a cyborg cable. I don't know. I guess he's a villain too, because it looks like he's fighting Leo. Like Dirt Dirtbag clearly is a hero because I guess he's fighting a villain here, unless he's an ally. I don't know. All of these guys could be villains. That's the other great thing about this toy line. So many villains. They really made a commitment to the villains. But we're doing Chrome Dome. That does look like Shredder. Chrome Dome 2, he was a selectable character in the Tournament Fighters video game it was on every platform. It was Nintendo, 8-bit, N64, Genesis. And the really cool thing about that fighter game was that every single platform it was on, there was one or two original characters only available through that platform. So that I had the SNES one because we were not a Genesis house growing up. We didn't have Sega. However, I think that's the best one because there's a character called War and a character called Armageddon. That's just this giant monster shark, and they are two of the coolest like playable characters you would ever hope for. Because the playability of, let's see, Armageddon, the shark dude, had this uppercut move. So he could run the vertical screen. So he was a lot like a Guile or like a Ryu. And then Armageddon, his mechanics were a lot like E Honda from Street Fighter 2. Hey, that Omega 897. Thank you so much. Where does the 897 come from, Omega? Is there any meaning to that? Because I sometimes call myself AKA Pad 69, and AKA Pad 69 literally is the greatest number. Like 69 is just the greatest number like ever discovered. But we're just doing the turtles. We're having a good time. Now, part of my instincts for this is to do something with the highlights. Like maybe do like blue, like a pink and turquoise highlights. So maybe like something here to kind of help sell it, because otherwise we only have like this gray from Crayola that I think would be good working. And we need a lighter pink. So where's the light pink at? Right here? No. Well, we can use this lavender. So maybe we'll do some cool reflective highlights. And you guys can see a little bit how that's done. Let's see here. I mean, we got some green here? I feel like I'm missing some of my prime colors. Am I? Maybe I am. Hold on here. Yeah, so hold on. Maybe I should be doing this blue and this pink. I think those are light. Oh yeah, look, see, I marked this one. Mark your markers, people. So let's put these down. Pick up these two. And we'll test. Yep, that's good. And this is good. Very nice, very nice. Okay. And where's our gray? I already lost track of the gray. I put that one down. We'll use this one. And that's like a blue. Where's the normal gray? It was right here. I got it. Okay. 3 colors. Right here. Then we're going to rock and roll. White Claw break. Everyone, White Claw break. All right. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, here is the awesomeness of Chrome Dome. And I say that in complete confidence because I don't know, like if anyone out there, if you know, I mean, I'll look it up, but sometimes I just, like to ask questions to stuff I don't know. I don't know, did they use Chrome Dome in any of the newer versions, like for Rise Up or the CGI series. I want to say they did it. I don't know many versions of Chrome Dome out there, but I just believe all of these. If you're doing any of like a turtle story that involves action figures, so mostly anything that's on like TV, I just I don't know why you wouldn't use all of the Playmate designs for your characters, and along the way create new ones. Because the one series, I guess maybe from the one series, they had this guy named like Meat Sweats that is it's like a pig, and his design, just like the name, it's just one of the best. And he will be in the sketchbook. So I might comb some of the other franchise like attempts of other series and kind of add them to the sketchbook just to make it a little bit more balanced. Just so it's not all Playmates, even though it technically is. Technically, it will be all of the Playmates. But thank you for joining me, everyone. I do appreciate it. Tons and tons. So the second blue highlight will be a lot less. So what one of my like yeah, he really does. Yeah, I mean his if you even look at the toy, like his shape, like the shape of his head is literally this. Like that's the shape of his head, and he has these two rods that come up from like his temple, almost like an Egyptian style. And then Shredder, like here's Shredder, and Shredder kind of does this. Yeah, they both have like a ninja mask. It's phenomenal. I don't know like the origin of Chrome Dome. He could have been created by Shredder, but again, really cool ideas when it comes to how they color these figures because he's bright silver and all of his weapons are just like blood red. Like really like the complementary colors for this toy line are really well thought out, really well done. So the point I was getting at is, so a lot of times when I highlight one of the quick philosophies I implement is, or like methodologies, not really philosophy. It's heavy on one and light on the other. So this one was like heavy on pink on the left, on the right will go very light with the blue, and that kind of creates the idea that there's movement, that the light itself is perhaps unstationary, and it makes your eye kind of look around, which like it gives your eye something to follow. And when you work with color, there is nothing more that the eye wants than like color and movement. So you give the eye color, and you find a way to do the movement, and subconsciously you trick the audience in believing something is more real than what it is. And I think that's one of the coolest things you can do just as an illustrator. But here we go. I think Chrome Dome's looking pretty cool. But it's hard not to make this guy look cool because he really is a savage looking beast. And the name. Like how do you not love the Chrome Dome name? And then so we're coming in with a very light gray here. And what I'm doing is I'm going to use it to actually break up some of the highlights by putting gray as close to those highlights as possible. So it looks like that there's like a rolling shadow, like there's a shadow rolling through this. And and again, like these are when you draw, when you illustrate, when you color, like it doesn't matter what it is, you're still storytelling, even as a colorist. And and part of that storytelling is making up ways of how like the world exists. Like you are designing light sources. You're explaining a fantasy world to someone. You're showing off, some of these ideas that anyone could be unfamiliar with. And the better you do it, the more believable your work becomes. So that's part of the practice, like the everyday grind, like the everyday practice is you slowly build up the instincts to where all of that stuff becomes more and more natural when you do your work. And that's really something a lot of times, like I don't know if a lot of instructors, a lot of people out there tell you that. And like maybe there's a side of me that thinks it's irresponsible. Because so much of art, it's not that it's unattainable. It's just you have to build up your instincts, and you need a lot of reps for that. And dealing with social media, going through all the different platforms. Like hey, I make YouTube videos, and I'm live streaming. I'm constantly trying to build up my instincts so things are just better all the time. And that's it. Like there's no class I can take to do something better. The only class I can take is do it more. That's it. Oh, I just dropped my. There we go. Oh, also dropped that. Cheers, everyone. Working on wet call number 2. So here we go. All right, not terrible. I will break up some of this blue here with some white out. I think this is the last one of these too that I have, which is great. Nice. Remember, like he's still, even though some of my shadowing looks broken, he's still all metal. So we can really put some of these highlights anywhere. There we go. Boom shot. I think we're done to a point. Oh, maybe I don't know. I always say that, and I, and I always betray myself because I gotta go in and do more. Check it out. Boom. All right. We're gonna call this one a wrap. I'm gonna let this dry for a couple seconds. So, all right, we've successfully colored anthrax, which I'm really backing. Oh wait, I did want to add some yellow. All right, we're gonna let this dry. We're gonna add some yellow to anthrax, ANT and then maybe we'll color some of dirtbag. I just love the name. Yeah. Oh, all this is taking way too long, people. I thought it was going to work 15 minutes in the sketchbook, and it's turning into over an hour, right? Maybe an hour. I forget what time I started. I forget. So let's get some cool. Like the action figure has gold here, because yeah, the gold does complement the purple and the black. But we're going to use this canary yellow. Some of this is not 100% dried yet. Dried enough. Let's go. One of the things I love doing is yellow eyes, like yellow teeth for villains. I just think that's the coolest thing. Yeah, and we'll just add like a couple good pops here. Here we go. Sweet. That's all we had. Now that doesn't. This looks way better in person. Trust me. And then we can. All right. So dark bag here. Yellow. We already got the gray. We already got the gray and yellow. You just need a nice purple one. I think we had one right here. So let's see. Oh, that's a little too dark. It's a little too dark. Do we have any other Crayola purples here? Can Crayola help me out? I have a feeling this is going to be darker. Oh, that's tough, but that's a little bit closer. All right, we'll use the dark one. We'll use the darker one. Because I did say before I was using more black on his accessories to kind of diffuse a little bit of the pop of the purple. So put my money where my mouth is. And all of you, again, thank you for hanging out with me. See, and with the broken up blacks, I get to use that to, move the eye into that purple without making the purple too dark. All right, kind of cool, kind of cool. All right, cool. Now we'll add some nice yellow to his hard hat here. Again, awesome addition. It's just like the fun and the creativity of these figures really were equal to the 87 Joe line. But the Turtles were able to do it for a few years more. Because the Joes, I just feel like the Joes fell apart pretty much after 87. And they really didn't age well in the 90s. They got their butts kicked by the Turtles, along with every other toy line in the 90s. Yeah, like I don't think that's sad. I just think that's the like yeah, that's the business. That's the nature of a lot of things. Here we go. And again, too, it's so much of this sketchbook is to like stay loose. Think about solutions, think about texture, think about speed, because you still have to be timely. You got to be quick when you draw, and you have to know exactly what beats you have to hit. That is the absolute best way to be efficient at the drawing desk. Your job at the drawing desk is not to waste anyone's time, including your own. And here we go. Rocking and rolling, people. There's a side of me that really wants to do his red gloves too. But I don't know. I don't know. Depends if we have time. So he doesn't have any other color. No, he's all gray. So we can stick to it. Getting it done, people. Getting it done. So for here, too, the one thing I love to do with the Crayolas, because the tips work so well, is to, like pull up some of the hair and just do little variations. So it just looks like it's just like flickering or flowing. Yeah, like it has movement. Cool. I may have to. I mean, should I? I can't use. Actually, I messed up. His hat's red with the lens. The lens is yellow. I screwed up the hat. I just feel like I gotta put something around his eye. So maybe I'll break a little. I'll bend one of the rules. Well, actually, I'll just use blue around one of his eyes and some of his teeth. So I think that makes a little bit more sense. That makes a little bit more sense. Sorry, voice was cracking there. I hate when my voice cracks. Here we go. Right, blue nose. Just so we have a little bit more separation. We'll, we'll do some work on the red gloves. All right, and we are bending some of the rules here because I'll add some pink around his lips. Just just to separate a little bit more of it. And now we'll add some green. See, he's wearing a green tank top. All right. I think that's enough for Dirtbag, but I still want to add some blacks to kind of pull some of it together a little bit more, a little bit better. A little bit more black to separate things. All right. I think that's good enough for now. I'm not happy with it. I will say it. All right. Everyone, I think I'm signing off. I guess. Oh, excuse me. I think I've done enough. I was going to do more comic book work. Maybe we'll reserve some TBF work for tomorrow, or maybe we can just jump right to this. Because, right, I think that the reason why I was slowing down on this was was my rapidograph. I think needed more ink. Yeah, a little bit more ink, and these for me are so tough to deal with. Here we go. I've been dealing with these pens for such a long time that like this is really the longest run I've had of them like working and being able to use them. But they're so tricky. Yeah, and they're $20. They're $20 to replace. What you might say to yourself, well, that's not too bad. But when you're trying, to work and you have multiple sizes and multiple sizes for, I mean, like, just they're just so messy. Yeah, when you have all these things to consider, yeah, I mean, it adds up. See, there's so much gunk on it that's it's going to prevent me from unscrewing it easier next time. Okay. Yeah, and we are here working on. So TBF got this like prototype trading card, and I thought I had one or two of them here. Where are my TBF trading cards? I don't have any here. Oh, right here. So, this was my TBF prototype, and yeah, like I learned a lot from this. Not happy with it. Redrawing it now, so that's where we are. And then when we're done that, yeah, we're gonna work on a cool page. How does that sound, kiddo? So I still have to do my try by fire Indiegogo like trailer almost like my 2 minute video for that. So this paper is so smooth. I can really just like color with it. Like just with the blacks. So even any overlap that's happening with like my muscles and anything happening with the fabric here for Caesar's cape, I can just draw and color like right over it. No problem. Not really held up by anything. So I'll go in with some white out too, so I can stroke out some of like Caesar's cape here. Like he's kind of wearing like a duster. I'll say a duster, not a cape. Hey, a part of drawing your own characters too is taking the time to know to figure out, like the nuances about their design. And for TBF, I'm still doing it. So I might have to do some penciling, I guess. Let's grab let's grab my uni ball. So this is like super smooth paper, which makes the gripping, way out for any of these uni balls a little bit more difficult. Okay, everyone. I got pencil some of this, so I don't think that's as exciting as some of the inking stuff. So I guess I'm going to sign off. I'm going to finish this off. Follow me on social media if you want to see how this wraps up, and then yeah, we're already coloring Abigail. We'll color these. These will be two long trading cards for TBF. Yeah, so every backer will get both of these trading cards. This will be trading card one, and she'll be trading card six, right? One, four, five, six. No, she'll be seven. I should make a note of that. Trading card one. Let's see, we have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Yeah, trading card eight. Cool. I'm happy I figured that out. Okay, everyone, rock and roll. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. More to come.